Welcome in the 22nd episode. Today we will implement the level unlock pop-up. If you want to help support this channel, hit the subscribe button below this video, turn on notification so you will not miss any future content. So let's get started. First of all, let's open our project and let's go to our scenes folder and then open the game scene. So inside this scene we want to have a unlock level pop-up, very similar as the win pop-up. But this pop-up will be displayed whenever we complete all of the puzzles from the certain categories, and then we're gonna unlock another category. First of all, let's create script. So I will go to the scripts folder, right click, create C# script, and I will call the script unlock level pop-up. Let's open the script. Okay, so first of all, right at the top, I will put using Unity engine.ui. Then let's remove all of these comments and let's remove the update function because we won't need it. And then right at the top of this class, let's add public struct, and I will call this struct category names, category name, and then this struct will contain public string name and then public sprite. Okay, and then let's make this structure serializable. So I will just put this attribute and let's put system.serializable. Okay, and then I'll put comma and then let's put public game data, and we want to call this current game data. Then public, and we will create the list of the category names. Category names, and then let's call another public game object. And there's gonna be win pop-up, public image, and there's gonna be category name image. Okay, and then let's go to the start method, and in the start let's call win pop-up dot set active and set it to false. So right at the beginning, we don't want to have this pop-up displayed. And then let's subscribe to our event. So in the start method, I will put the game events dot on unlock next category plus equal, and I will just call the same. And then let's add on disable function. So I will use this shortcut. I will press Ctrl+Shift+N. Actually Ctrl+Shift+M, and then put on disable. Okay, so inside the start method we're going to subscribe to this event, and let's duplicate it, move it to the on disable, and inside the on disable we want to unsubscribe from it. Make sure you put the minus here. Now let's implement this function. So I will use the shortcut to create the implementation, and then inside our on unlock next category we want to create the boolean capture next will be equal to false, and then for each inside our category names I will call it writing. So we want to get our category image, category name image dot sprite will be equal to writing dot sprite, and then capture next will be equal to false. And then let's make this to statement actually inside our if statement. So I will put if capture next, and let's wrap this two lines inside this if statement. And then after that, let's put break. And then otherwise, if the writing with .name will be equal to, make sure put double equal sign, current game data dot selected category name. We want to call the capture next will be equal to true. And then after this for each loop, we want to call the win popup dot set active and set it to true. Okay, so now let's save everything and let's go back to Unity. And then inside our game scene, we want to create our pop-up. So let's right click on the canvas and then create empty. And I will call this level unlock pop-up. And then let's grab our level unlock pop-up script and drop it into this object. And now let's right click on this level unlock pop-up, create empty, and I will call this pop-up window. And then right click UI image, and from the source image I will create this I will hit this small dot. Let's type background, and I will change this color to be black, and then let's change the transparency to be maybe here, and then hit this set native size so everything is darkened. And I will just rename this image to be background. And then let's right click on this pop-up window again, create empty, and I will call it pop-up window again. The reason why we're creating another pop-up window is in the future we can add the animation component to this object and then make our window popping up with very nice animation. So if you want to do that, you can do that. I can show you as well how to do it in the later episodes. So we have our second pop-up window, and then this is our target window. So right click UI image, and I will just call this pop-up background. And then let's go to our graphics game scene, find the pop IP sprite, and then drop it into the source image, hit the set native size. Then let's right click again on this pop-up window, UI button, and I will call this button next button. And then inside our game screen graphic, let's grab the next level button sprite and then drop it into the source image, hit the set native size, and then remove this text component. Okay, and I will just move this button a bit down, maybe here. Now let's add the title. So right click on this pop-up window, UI image. I will call this image title. Let's find the category unlocked sprite, drop it into the source image, and hit set native size. And I will just move it up a bit. Okay, and then we need to display the category name which we unlocked. So in order to do that, let's create another image. So right click on the pop-up window, UI image. Let's name this image to be category name. And just for now, let's go to our select puzzle and I grab any of this writing. I will grab slice 3 and then hit the set native size, move it up. So animals category unlocked. So depend which category you're gonna unlock, you're gonna display different writing, different category name. Okay, so our pop-up is ready. You can add whatever you like to this pop-up to look better. So now let's populate our script. So go to our level unlock pop-up, and then first of all we need to grab our current game data. So our current game data is supposed to be in our resources data, current game data. So grab this current game data and drop it into this current game data. Then win pop-up will be our pop-up window, the first one. So grab this pop-up window and drop it into the win pop-up. And then category name image will be our category name. So grab it and drop it here. And now let's populate our category names. So let's go to our select puzzles. So in my case, I have 6 categories. So the first category, let's actually lock it, and let's go to our resources data and then game level data. Actually, I need to unlock it. So you need to put exactly the same names as you have in your game level data. So food, sport, hobbies, whatever you have here. So I have 6 categories here. So I will just copy the first name, go to our level unlock pop-up, put this name in, and we need to assign correct sprite. So the sprite for the food will be in the select puzzle, and make it a bit bigger. So this is slice 1. Okay, then do the same for the element 2. I will go to the resources, level data. So the second category is animals. Let's go to the level unlock pop-up, put the name in, and then we need to put the sprites. So sprites are in the select puzzles. Let's find the animals, slice 3. Okay, then another one will be data, game level data, sport. Go back to our unlock pop-up, put the name in, go to select puzzles, and let's find sport. Is here. And then element 3 will be hobbies. I of course need to add some more puzzles to my data, to my game level data, but you probably have them already. So go back to the level unlocked, then hobbies, go find the sprite, hobbies, and then 2 more, which will be resource data, work, and then countries. Okay, so work, is here, and then last one will be countries. Okay, countries, and then sprite for the countries will be countries. Okay, we have our list populated, so make sure you have the same naming and the same number of the categories as you have in your data. And then let's collapse this list. Let's save everything, and now let's select our pop-up window and then disable this this window. So now we can go to the file, save, and then I can go back to my scenes and then main menu, and then press play. Play. So I see I already have 3 food puzzles solved, so I need to solve just 1 more. So first of all, I will go to my resources, then puzzles, and then animals. I have some animals puzzles, so that should work. Okay, so let's play our puzzles, and we need to of course solve it. So dinner, supper, and then lunch. Okay, as you see, we have our category level unlocked. We're gonna unlock animals. So next. Okay, our next button does not work now. We forgot to assign this behavior. So let's stop this project. Let's go to our scenes, game scene, go to the canvas, level unlock pop-up, pop-up window, and then select our next button. So our next button needs to load the scene. So I will just go to the on-click event, click this small plus, grab our main camera, drop it here. From the functions list, let's select the game utility, and then load scene. Okay, and then we need to load the correct scene, which in my case is going to be the select category. So I will put the name here. Select category. Okay, make sure you put the same name as your scene name. Now let's go to the file, save, go back to the main menu. Let's try to play again. Play. Okay, as you see, the code is working because animals has already been unlocked, but let's test it actually with the sport. Let's see if I have some puzzles for the sport. So I go to my data, then sport. Okay, I don't have any puzzles for the sport, so I will just quickly add it. So I will go to the resources, data, puzzles, and then sport, right click, create board data, and then sport 1. I will put 200 seconds. Let's put 5 by 5 or maybe 8 by 8. The first word will be football. Okay, let's put football and then maybe tennis. I will just add two words. Tennis. Okay, that's enough for me. Let's fill up with random and then hit 2 upper to make sure all of the letters are uppercase. Let's save it. And then let's go back to our resources data, then game level data, and then let's add this puzzle to the sport. So I will just lock this window by clicking the small padlock, go back to my sport folder, drag my sport 1 puzzles and then drop it into the board data. So I have 1 sport puzzle. Okay, let's actually create another one so we can actually test the normal win pop-up. So right click, create board data, sport 2, let's make it 200, 8 by 8, running 2 upper, fill up with random, and then file, save, go to our resources, data, game level data, and then lock this window again, go back to the sport, and then grab our sport 2 and drop it into the board data under the sport category. So we have 2 puzzles for the sport. Okay, so let's test this game now and see if our sport will be unlocked when we solve all of the categories from the animals. So I will select animals. Okay, as you see, the game over pop up straight away, and this is because let's go to the animal folder, let's unlock this padlock. Inside our animal one, the max game time is set to 0. So let's set it to 120. And let's check for the animal 2, is the same, 200. Let's save it and then let's play the game again. Play, animals. Okay, and then donkey, parrot, and then lemur. Okay, so the well done pop-up is fine. We're hitting the next. We have another puzzles from the animals. Let's solve it. Spider. Actually, I think I made a spelling mistake in the salmon. Okay, so wasp. Let's try to find another one. Tiger. And then we don't have the salmon. I cannot solve it, so I will use the book which is inside the game now. We're gonna fix it later. I will select the same word again, and because of this book I was able to progress, but we're gonna fix it. So as you see, the next category will be sport, so sport category is unlocked, and then let's hit next, and as you see, our sport is unlocked now. So everything seems to be working fine. We can still select our sport, and then we have our football and tennis. So football, and then tennis, next, and then if I solve this one, the another category will be unlocked. So let's try to do hockey, and then running, next, and the hobby is unlocked, but I don't have any puzzles for it yet. So now if I select food again, I should have the random puzzles from it, so that's fine. So everything seems to be working fine. So that's it for this episode. In the next episode, I'm gonna address some of the issues in this game, and then we need to still implement our setting scene. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any issue with this implementation, leave me a comment below this video. And also, if you want to support this channel, hit the subscribe button below this video so you will not miss any future episode. So thanks for watching, and I will see you again in the next episode.